Of life.
Okay. Okie dokie. All right.
Yeah, listen, I like that melody. Wait, when did she actually start using lots of Final Fantasy music in her shows? Like, when did that actually happen?
In diaries,
Not
it
like-
happens.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's been doing that for like ever.
Most
I
of
never
the
really
Final
kn-
Fantasy stuff you hear was used first in diaries and was used in MyStreet as a callback to it.
Ah.
Jacob doesn't even get to do his
Yeah.
intro. I don't normally do my intro on streams, not usually. I'll do it this time though. Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome to MyStreet 5 years later. Today, of course,
Yes.
we are looking at the episode which apparently has been very highly anticipated by certain members, who I am actually joined with right now. Yes,
I'm done.
Meeting FC.
This episode is
Hi,
big.
everyone.
It's like the biggest episode.
It really is not.
Like the next one. The next one's pretty fun too.
I was gonna say,
Listen, I
unpopular
like this
opinion here,
episode.
but it really is not the biggest episode. Like, I'm
It
going.
is too. It marked a turning point in Phoenix Drop High where they met each other.
That is true. That is true.
And then they kind of hung out. And we got lots of good episodes of them together.
This was the
And
flippin'
then
relationship
we got-
I
saver.
took to the ad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I mean honestly, yes. That again, there's a lot here, but honestly, if I had to rank the episode just on its own, my initial thoughts is that it probably wouldn't rank too highly, especially not like top 10 or anything. But we'll see, because I honestly, apart from the meeting FC part in the first place, I actually don't remember that much about this one. So I guess.
Wait, you don't? Oh, I remember this
My God,
episode
I was-
wholeheartedly.
Exactly. I was dying when this came out.
Well, yes. Okay. Yes, but you're probably dying at the moment when it was revealed. Again, like the actual moment, because I know there's some build up to
That's
it. and also-
probably true.
In fact, I think the one thing that that was in this episode was what solidified my hatred for Sylvana above all else. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's not this episode. I'm not sure.
Nah, no,
Hey.
that was at the dinner episode where Sylvana actually
Oh my God,
met Aaron
yeah.
for the first time. She didn't meet Aaron in this episode. I don't even remember if
No,
she's not, I don't think
not-
she
that's-
doesn't make
no,
appearance
not
in this episode.
Sylvana's hatred for Aaron. My personal hatred for Sylvana is what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't think she's in this episode.
Well, okay. then
Yeah,
it's
like
probably
the
not.
episode where she invites them all over, that hit way
Yeah, I was gonna say
too close to home.
that's
because-
different. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. That took us home for me as well, because I've said this before, but the girl that I had a crush on at the time and I was attempting to date had a mother who was very similar to Sylvana, which might have affected my judgment in the past. But honestly, now I can look back at Sylvana objectively and say she's still terrible.
Did I like her?
Yes.
Don't worry, she's not the worst parent. At least she's not Derek. No one could top Derek in horribleness.
Indeed not.
Carte's kind of.
No.
What's the nice word for like not very smart?
Idiotic, moronic, super stupid.
Dick.
IQ level of
Yeah, okay, so
goldfish,
yeah,
you know, that kind of
Garte had a terrible moment in season 5 where he was like, "Oh yeah, we've got to hightail out of here. This is all about the Lycans, not the Remaves and everything." You know, that was a bit of a selfish moment, sort of a self-preservation act for his family and everything, but also he was kind of responsible for everything happening in the first place. So yeah, you made your bed, now line it kind of thing. But other than that, his worst crime is believing in the dishwashing fairy. Like, come on. There's somebody worse than you, Shani. Yes, there is. Okay. Seems like the chat is being dominated by him. All right, let's get going, because I did promise mine we're going to start sooner than before, because I usually take forever to set these up, and we're ready for the first time. Let's get the Levi drink out of the way, first of all, so I don't bump my microphone again like I did last time. Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, that
If we're being
too.
fair, he has lots of earlier today in a season 4, episode 2. I don't know. It's just the way he acted towards Zane just Yeah, look, there are very few really good parents.
Yes.
Yeah,
but we're all
exactly.
aware.
I like Terry.
Yeah, no, Terry's
too bad he
Yeah,
had to die
it's
for his
like-
son.
Terry's number one.
Yeah.
Could have worked out a little better if you had maybe just been a little honest.
But that you could say that to every
could he
single
be
other
on-
parent.
I don't
pretty
know.
much,
Was that ever
so,
clarified
yeah.
if you could actually tell people about the demon warlock? I don't know.
Yeah, apparently Aiden keeps cutting out, but yeah, I think it's because Discord itself is
Oh.
a problem on here. Like I can tell that myself. It's just my connection. It's not to do with you, Aiden.
Yeah, Jacob keeps cutting out.
Yeah, it was Jacob on our.
Well, yeah, but obviously because I'm streaming from my end, not using Discord. So if my connection's got an issue, it means you guys will sense it. You know, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
anyway.
right. So do you want to get this episode underway?
Yes. Without
Yes.
further distraction, on with the reaction. Or,
Yeah, look at
or
those
with the loading
buses.
screen,
Aren't-
and then the
aren't-
reaction. There we go.
Look at those buses. Oh, look at that shot of the school. Also, I like how there are mountains in the background. I don't know why there are mountains in the background. Like, why would they build a school next to, like, snowy mountains? That's a little weird, but
There've always
I
been
mean,
mountains
hey,
in the background there.
it's cool.
That's a permanent feature.
Yeah, it always weirded me out though why there were mountains next to the school. I don't know why there was ever that in the set
I
design.
mean, I guess
Like
like
there's a scene where like
the early
Travis
set.
got hit back there.
No, but Aphmau once chased a bunny up the mountains.
Yes.
Oh, is that in the Wonderland episode?
That is the
Is that
one.
Yeah,
the
that was in
Wonderland
the Wonderland
episode?
episode.
The writing final, yeah.
Uh huh.
I remember lots of the stuff.
Yeah, and Shiny, yeah, we review everything here, so of course the scenery didn't pause it.
Still can't believe Aphmau and Aaron are dating.
It's about time the alpha
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
There's
It's not true.
Rylan.
male and female were dating. This will be the first time the alphas are actually dating in forever.
I feel like the wolves are just projecting at
Forever.
this point. They're like, oh, this has been such a long time since this has happened. It's totally happening now. I mean, don't look too far into this and don't actually ask them if it's going on, but it's definitely happening. Please let it happen.
Yeah, I feel like they're just the
Werewolves are the
shipping community in a nutshell. Like, these wolves are the shipping community itself. Like,
Exactly.
no, it's totally happening. They're totally together.
I can't believe the
No,
fact
don't mind the canon evidence that. Yeah, listen. Don't mind the canon evidence that it's not happening, but it's happening because I say so. Because I ship it. Stop judging me. It's canon now because I want it.
The wolves. Oh,
The wolves
Shiny,
have like super senses and stuff.
Shiny says the wolves for
Yeah.
shipping community like mine.
Not notice Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Oh,
how
that's
did they not notice Lawrence? They have super senses.
I guess they also
Yeah.
ignored Apple and Aaron arguing in class, so I guess they can be blissfully ignorant when it comes to them at all.
I don't know. I mean, it is pretty much the haters to lovers trope, but to be fair, so I mean, maybe
I
they're
love
savvy
it.
about fan fiction.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about the haters to lovers trope before. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
but-
favorite. It's gotta be my favorite.
Honestly, I think the way that this was
Eh.
handled, the way the hate lover trope was handled in this version, I probably think is the only version that I've seen of that trope where I think it actually works because of the nuance behind it. But obviously, I'll get to that once we actually get to the reveal because
Yeah.
we're 27 seconds in. The Vox Puppeteer says the shipping mafia.
Are you
Not
kidding?
quite what that was
This is
referring
the
to, but
first
yeah.
time the alphas are human too. I'm just glad they're feisty.
He even grabbed her tail the other day. So
Oh yeah,
cute.
that.
Yes, I too remember a time when assault was cute.
Yeah, yeah. Just start assaulting people. You know, so adorable.
Yeah.
Grab her tail? That means... No.
By the way, where did you get confirmation they were dating?
I can just tell.
And Lawrence hears that and is like, "It's confirmed. I'm going."
Yeah, I
You
know.
heard that last bit.
Yeah, it's like,
Dude, they literally deconfirmed. They're like, "Oh, I just know." That's not really confirmation.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
hey,
come on,
Lawrence,
yeah.
I just know you're dating Aphmau. You know, that's totally canon now. I just know you're dating her.
Exactly-
You know, so
exactly.
therefore,
Come on.
Lawrence, you're now officially dating Aphmau.
Exactly. Come on, Dottie. Go hurry up and dye your hair so you grow a brain then. That's-
I don't think this is proto Dottie. Like, I don't think this is like official Dottie because
I mean,
I'm
it's the
pretty sure her
same-
hair is naturally that color.
It's the same one.
Same voice
Maybe-
actress talking to Rylan.
Well, yes, but Ryland's still got the same voice actor. I don't think the characters would necessarily be too different.
But
I
we
think it's like
saw in the
something-
flashback to
something
Phoenix Drop
akin
High.
to,
Keep in mind, we saw in flashback to season 2 that Dottie still had the purple hair in the past when Aaron decided to be the Alpha and the Omega. So
Well, in that case,
yeah,
we'll,
no,
get-
she
in that
didn't
case,
dye
we'll
her
get
hair.
to that as it goes on because I'm pretty sure that if that's if this is indeed Dottie in that case, then that means that we've gone over the Aphmau predicting
another
yet
continuity error.
No, I was going to say Aphmau predicting yet another gacha trope, which is random character redesigns without justifying it in the story whatsoever, which I just talked to Ghost Kitty about today, actually.
But weren't you
I
saying
mean,
that last
hey,
time?
you know,
with,
sometimes your character designs are trash, you know, so you gotta get rid of those character designs and redesign them.
But that depends on the story. It affects the story because you suddenly have this there's no justification for this change whatsoever. No one acknowledges it. It's just a plot hole in that case. I mean, I understand if guys like changes their design over time, but obviously they're gonna,
Maybe
for
the
example,
character's
do a
always like
flashback
that,
with a new
retcons.
design back in as if it never existed. That just creates more issues. I mean, not to say that things are as weird plot holes in
Weren't
mean,
you
yeah,
saying
general,
that
obviously
last
not.
episode with Daniel and being like strong?
Yes. So all three of them are slightly different in certain ways. Like Rylan is the same visually and his voice is the same, but a little bit. But he also goes like a bit of a different tone to him later on. He becomes more like that kind of thing, I guess. Just like
Yeah.
I'm just remembering like the way that he would like act around June. As soon as June was like, "Hey, Rylan," that's what I meant.
Yeah. Just saying, I'm actually glad those minigames were confirmed as canon at one point. Like, not the minigames themselves, but like the fact that they like June, because, you know, during that one episode of Kawaii-chan, you know, he mentioned that he
didn't
so I'm glad.
he didn't actually reference her by name, but it was heavily implied. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm kind of glad they're basically confirmed as canon.
Okay,
you know, I'm glad, you know.
we've been talking for a while. Let's read some chat. So we've got Fishers in here, who hasn't been here for quite a long time, actually.
I don't know who Little Fox Puppeteer is, but hello.
Well, I was going to get to them later because they're in dissequential order, but thank you for interrupting me. So, assault is the cutest. Insults, I mean. Insults to a certain extent. If it depends, like, how far it goes. Because, I mean, clearly if a person's, like, genuinely hurt by an insult, like, for example, the way that Aaron uses Potato against Aphmau in every possible turn, and she's obviously tries to lash out to him, that's not cute. If it's something like, "Oh, you silly Billy," that kind of thing, then yes, fair enough. That's what I would say.
What about the 8DXD thing?
Oh no, that's not an insult. That's just teasing. Yeah. But I see what you mean.
Jacob knows how to tease people. He does it all the time.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah, because he's a
especially-
mental sadist.
especially via chats. Like my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Jacob's a
so-
mental sadist.
Well, on that note, the Little Fox Puppeteer says, "Sounds like masochism." Not gonna lie, not really. I know what you were referencing because I was checking the chat while you were reading. You were talking about that when we were saying, like, you know, in terms of grabbing somebody's tail or something like that, and them thinking that was cute. And no, because quite frankly, Aphmau derived no pleasure whatsoever from that encounter. Aaron didn't even know the tail was real, so it wasn't like he was trying to cause pain in the first place. And anyway, so Shiny then says, because that's the case, then so I get a thing of two people dating. Does that mean that I can say they're dating? Because if that's the case, then I have a ship for the real world. Yeah, that's the dangerous Kawaii-chan territory there. Dottie doesn't know how close she is.
And Little Fox Puppeteer goes.
Indeed.
Is that how you do it? Is that how you voice act it?
It's more like yeah, basically. Yeah.
Aiden making noises.
What's that?
The Aiden noises.
I love recording videos with
I am
you.
holding my walking stick now. I have a walking stick.
Then don't act like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, again, Rylan wasn't that feisty.
No.
in
Well, he
the
never
actual
was.
main series.
Even in
Yeah,
season two.
but I don't know. Rylan was a bit more feisty in this. A tad. Also, Aaron threw him out the window in the finale. I do remember that. Chris.
My God, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure Aaron threw Daniel, but okay.
No, he threw
I need to talk to you
Rylan.
about Aphmau.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of season 2. Yeah, he threw Daniel in season 2.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking season 1. I'm talking about season 1.
Right. Okay.
I think
Talking.
she's seeing
How could you kiss her and not tell me? Especially after our first date.
what?
Hypocrite much, Gareth? What are you on about?
What are you talking
Your
about?
first date was after your kiss,
Wait,
so even
your
then.
first date? You mean you dated her?
Of course I did. But
Yeah.
you had to come along and
Wait, you dated her? Behind my back?
Actually, quite in front of your back because you
Listen,
showed up to
stop.
it, Lawrence.
Yeah, you interrupted their date. Granted, Garth should have had the balls to tell you, but you know Gareth.
Yeah.
He's dumb.
So yeah, what was he saying before about kind of not being honest to each other? Yes, these two exemplify that.
Dude, you her.
wait. Did she tell you about our kiss?
She kissed you?
No, you kissed her. That's not how this works. Oh, yeah, she kissed you totally. You weren't the one who initiated the kiss at all.
No,
yeah,
but
that didn't
even,
happen.
Okay,
What
but
do you
Aiden,
mean?
even besides that, like the fact that she even tell you about our kiss, and then Lawrence is like, "Oh, you kissed her," like that's. He walked straight into that. He was complaining about Lawrence's kiss, and then suddenly he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna spill the beans on my one now."
Yeah, so you're a hypocrite.
Yeah, so he made
Very
himself look worse because that happened before.
Like the chat says.
Gareth, small brain. Anyway,
Well, yeah. Well, granted, Garth is dumb, but Lawrence, you're smarter than Garth. I hope. I think.
Earth
You're
is the
pretty
son of
much
a
smart.
goldfish.
by a faint margin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I should have said something to you earlier.
Oh, you think?
Strong feelings for her and I.
Look, I don't want to get into details about this. I think we're both being played here.
Yeah, Aphmau's totally a player.
She's seeing someone else.
It's interesting because this was the confrontation that was feared for most of the early episodes. Like, what would Gareth and Lawrence think of each other if they found out about this kind of thing? And here they are having a little bit of an argument about it, and then suddenly they unite against a common cause, which is, of course, Aaron. I mean, that's definitely not.
Yeah, kill
Aaron.
Aaron.
This is why Garance.
Murder him.
This is why Garance should be a thing.
But yeah,
Push him off a cliff.
so not
Do
only does
it.
that connect to season 1 because that's exactly what they do there, but it also like ties them together. I guess I underestimated like how important Aaron was to their dynamic because otherwise they would just be at each other's throats all the time. Like yes, they prank each other and they go against each other's backs a couple of times season 1, but other than that, they mostly unite to make sure that Aphmau, of course, if she's to end up with any of them, it would be one of them, of course, because, you know, they're Garants, they're best bros. They have each other's back all of a sudden. So yeah, Aaron was weirdly
Sadly,
enough
they
quite
should be more than
important.
bros.
We're aware of what you think, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not see that ship. I'm sorry. They should have a bromance, but not a romance. Romance are.
I mean,
yeah, for them
considering
makes
that a
more
lot of what
sense.
they do revolves around them liking Aphmau, probably wouldn't work in the long run, quite honestly.
Yeah, they liked Aphmau so much they couldn't realize what was right in front of them. Each other.
I hate them.
Exactly.
I hate that romance
No.
trope too. It's almost as bad as Enemies to Lovers. Almost, not quite. Wait, no, that makes them become Hunter and Kiori, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. She was trying to help him get with her best friend, but he didn't realize he had feelings for somebody else along the way.
Exactly. I don't like it. Yeah, that's one of the weakest romantic tropes. Like, no.
Exactly, so it doesn't work.
Bad romance
It just
trope.
wouldn't be a thing. Especially
Yeah,
not done by
Jacob, have
Aphmau.
you ever fell in love with a friend?
Was that like a trailer line?
Yeah, no, have you... wait, yeah, trailer. Let me just edit it as like a trailer. Jacob, have you ever fell in love with a friend? And then just goes
Phoenix Drop
into dramatic
Days coming
flashback.
soon.
Okay, right, we've got more chat. So, Ghost Kitty says, "Hola, Jacob and Aiden. Hola." There's definitely seems like it. I forgot what that was. Sorry. This is why Garth should. Oh yeah, you talk about this. You should move to Alabama. They're not actual brothers. You know, they're brothers in arms. It's different.
Yeah, they're not. Ugh.
Yeah.
They're brothers in spirit. They're not literal brothers.
Okay, but to be fair, Shida's not as versed in Aphmau and in like this era of Aphmau as we are. So you know, I see what he means. But no, Garth and Lawrence are not brothers. Garth has two brothers, but Lawrence is not one of them. Let's see. So Ghost Kid says, "Wait, who's the other person? I recognize Aiden and you, Jacob. Do you want to choose yourself?"
Hi. Although kind of did that in chat actually.
Oh right. Yeah, you said it was you. You said right there, me. Okay. All right. Okay. So then Shiny goes, "Me still sat here wishing I was in the VC." I feel like there's enough people already, quite honestly. I mean, one of the reasons I never finish these things early enough is because we have more people talking the more I collab with folks.
Yeah, plus, honestly, we kind of actually do pick this up because I don't know when my has to go, apparently, or doesn't it have to go soon?
Yes, that is true. All right.
Technically have to go at 4:45.
Oh.
I have a lovely thing called a hotspot.
I don't know. Wait, what? Oh.
Don't ask.
Then we should
Anyway.
try to hurry this up.
Yeah. Okay. So, hold on, I hope I spelled that right. Yeah. Okay. Close enough. Yeah. Okay. So just reading the rest of it. Right. Ah.
Aside from us.
Jacob!
What?
I blame you.
Aaron.
The delinquent? You're kidding me. How do you know this?
I've heard.
So you know what they
delinquents are
say?
hot!
Girls like them bad.
Okay.
I heard
like,
two
oh my God.
unreliable sources, and therefore I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hey, Jacob, I've heard from two unreliable sources that you're secretly dating BB. Is that true?
Yes.
It must be true. I'm assuming it's true.
Oh my God, I would totally. Okay, that would be like.
I believe the two unreliable sources over you, Jacob, because you know it must be true. If it came from someone's mouth, it must be true.
I found it on Wattpad, so it's gotta be true.
Exactly.
It actually is on Wattpad. That's the sad part. Okay.
I know, that's you.
And she didn't tell either of us about either kiss. How can we?
Because you guys asked her to. What do you mean? Yeah, of course. Because you guys asked her to. What was she supposed to say? Was she supposed to lie? Would you prefer that?
Well, that's what happened. She did lie. So no, they would not.
We trust she's been.
Yeah.
Oh, Maya apparently have a pretty voice.
You're right.
Thanks.
Yeah, she was actually the voice of Raina, the first one, for the first 4 episodes. Yeah.
And then Emma took over, and she's still been voice ever since.
Well, yeah.
Oh, there's
Chill out,
Tiani.
Tiani. You'll do fine on the Spanish test. No, I won't. There's like 7 words I don't know.
Oh, well, considering that Spanish tests have a lot of words on them, I feel like 7 is probably fine.
How many words are on the test? 7.
Oh, never mind. Okay. That's the easiest test in the world.
Wait, I got.
Imagine having 7 words
Did you
in
ever
high school
take?
to
Did
learn.
you ever take Spanish though, Jacob? I know you speak Spanish natively and naturally, but like you know, like do you like? Did you ever actually take a proper Spanish class?
Yes, I did. During my first year in the UK, but I attended the Spanish classes as per normal because obviously it was on the timetable. So you know, what else was I going to do? But a lot of the time, I would get assigned extra work. I would probably I'd put myself in the back. So sometimes if no one knew the answer to something, I'd raise my hand and say the answer of whatever it was. I sometimes like do dictations. I would basically just be there, sort of like in more of a detached mode until like someone has to like work on a project or something, that kind of thing. And then I took the GCSE during year 8, which was not what you're usually meant to do. You usually do those in year 11. So let me do it early, and then afterwards, from that point onwards, I took French until I got to A level in 6th form college, and I was actually allowed to take that also a year early. So I did like the 2 modules in one. So I was in 1 year. I was in the year above me during that time. So 2 years of there's like non-consecutive ones of Spanish classes, and not once did I get a test that contained only 7 words.
Oh, I guess these high school tests
You
must be
mean there are
easy
only
in
7
like
words on a test
sophomore
and you
year.
basically didn't study? That's basically what I'm saying. I was busy studying for my chemistry test. I forgot to study for my Spanish one.
What?
Here,
How do you
can have my
forget-
flashcards.
Whatever.
I have the same class.
Really?
Honestly, it
Thank
feels
you
kind of
so
like
much,
padding.
Dad.
Like, I remember this episode, and this doesn't come back later in the episode. So, like,
I mean, not everything has to necessarily. I did say before I don't remember much about this episode apart from the eventual meeting. But yeah, not everything has to necessarily tie into something later on. I mean, yes, if it's something that's like really important, then obviously Chekhov's gun. But Tiani's Spanish lesson does not necessarily have to tie into anything because there's nothing important about it later.
I don't know. It just none of these plot points actually become a thing. Like the whole Spanish test thing doesn't get brought up again. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird how
Why
this
wouldn't? It's
scene
just a
was
random
included.
test. There's
Wait.
like tons of them in high school.
Wait, maybe. Hold on a second. Maybe it does. Maybe now I'm remembering something. I think it may actually play into something later on, but I'm not sure.
Is
if
it?
does
Is
yet.
it the fact that they're?
I won't say it yet, but we'll get to it. If I'm right, then I'll say. If I'm not, then I'll also say what it was.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember this coming back, but all right. Oh,
Just try to
Jacob.
get them back after class, okay?
I sure will. I'm going to cram all this knowledge into my brain right now. Let's see. Yellow, amarillo.
Why is that the most basic Spanish?
Yes,
Just
it
saying,
is.
why is this the most basic Spanish that she's saying? Even though Afmal, I'm pretty sure she naturally knows Spanish, right?
Well,
doesn't
Afmal
she know
does, but
Spanish?
Tiani does not.
Not Afmal. But I feel like she could have wrote more interesting lines for the voice actress to say.
Oh, okay.
like
you mean like, as
like
in
just the
writing wise.
colors.
Yes.
Yeah, just the colors. She wrote down like Afmal. You actually know Spanish. It's not like you don't know Spanish and just looked up random Spanish words.
Yeah, so,
you could literally do
like,
any
the
Spanish
harder-
word you want.
Okay, so fun fact.
Harder words, you have to like roll your R's and stuff.
Well, not for amarillo. No, you don't have to do it for that one.
Marie.
That's why I said the harder.
Marie. I don't know how to roll my R's.
You don't. I
Me
literally said you don't have to for that word. There's certain rules to it, but that's more
Marie.
advanced Spanish. Anyway, fun fact: in the Afmal wiki, when I used to roleplay on there, my first character was the Spanish teacher. We had like the Phoenix Drop High setup basically, but it was Richwood High. We had a different school basically. But yeah, same setup. But I decided I was going to play a teacher because we had a school setting with no classes. I didn't think that was right. So,
Gotcha, teacher.
well, yes,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, I was going to say, my mentality towards teachers has been the same ever since. But yeah, I thought I've got to be my Spanish teacher because I already had a character from that from 2015, and also because that's what I know. So yeah, you're right. She could have made it very much more interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Colors are just very basic.
Also, can I
I would-
just say, like, even though they're simple words, she's actually saying them wrong. So
Azul.
Azul,
Tiani. She's adorable. In any case, I'm headed to class.
Caitlin X Tiani, anyway.
I'm sure
Yes, yes.
I'm
Oh
sure
my
that
God.
came up. I'm sure that came up somewhere.
Wanna walk with?
Yes, yes.
Nah, I'm gonna do what I came here to do originally.
Huh? What's that?
Use the bathroom?
No, I don't need to use the bathroom.
Forgot.
I'm a lizard person.
Anyway,
What do you
See
mean?
you later.
Even lizards pee.
Let's just don't do that.
Also, is anyone gonna acknowledge how there's a window in the bathroom?
Isn't that
Well-
normal?
See you later, Caitlin.
No!
well,
the
okay.
windows are in the bathroom!
Hold up. It's normal if the windows are translucent. Transparent windows, not so much. I mean, if you're on like the higher floor, or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
then yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, no, like we
People
have
can still
opaque
be a
windows on the
peeping
higher
Tom.
floors too.
I know people, and people are creepy.
Those window cleaners.
So, spill the beans, Lily. How are things going with Aaron?
Boring.
Yikes! Really?
Yeah, he's just
I like the mirror physics.
weird.
They look nice.
Not to mention he's awkward. He barely talks to me.
Yeah, how dare you be shy
Wait,
and socially
I love
awkward?
all of
you,
those reasons
you
are the reasons
dumb person, how dare you?
All of those reasons are the reasons that Jenny likes Aaron in the first place in Falcon University, and yet this is why Lee does not like him. That's
Maybe this,
interesting.
I think it's just like
I
a
got-
personality trait that people gotta deal with. Like, sometimes people are more shy and awkward. Sometimes I.
Pretty sure I cried during this scene, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
we'll
you
get that in a
cried?
second. Wait a second. One thing
What?
in chat. One thing in chat first. The window is meant to replicate a mirror, says Shiny. No, it's not, because look, you see an
No,
actual...
it's not. There are literal mirrors.
I was about to say that. Thank you once again, Aiden.
Drag.
Tell me about it. I just want to use him, break his heart, and get it over with. But he's just so hard to reach. At this rate, it's going to take longer than we planned. Good thing he's kind of cute to look at.
Cute? Scarface?
Ew.
I feel like people in this universe don't acknowledge that people actually like bad boys, like in real life and stuff. Like, I mean, even in fantasy, like in this world, apparently people pretend like it isn't a thing, even though it clearly is a thing.
Once again, Jenny.
I don't get the.
Oh, shoot.
I
Did
mean,
she
I
hear
get
us?
it, but I don't get it.
Okay,
What are you gonna
okay,
do? Beat her up in the
also-
silence?
Also, Avmo is an idiot. Why would she sneak out while they're still there? While they're blocking her exit? She can hear them in the bathroom. She can stay there as long as she likes. No one's going to question anything. And then she can just leave. Then they'll be none the wiser. But no.
Yeah, they
she
could
had
have
to-
did a tasty to her.
had to
They
run-
could have did a tasty
He
to her in
sounded
the
like a
bathroom
cat.
and beat her up.
Good
We
grief.
don't know.
Okay.
We don't know what could happen. Jeez. I do what I want, Shiny, so shut up.
That stupid potato heard about. She overheard us talking in the bathroom and now.
Although, just saying, it's convenient how Jean just happens to be here when, like, Afmao just ran out and they came out of the bathroom.
Okay, we got a question in the
Like,
chat.
it's so...
We got a question in the chat. Ghost says, "Who plays Lily? Her voice sort of reminds me of Michaela Laws." Good question. I have the tab open right here, so we can find out.
I'm pretty sure Michaela plays
That
her.
is what I was thinking. I was thinking it sounds really cool how they got to play two voices, where one's like super hyper and the
Well,
other is like not.
Yeah, well, I
Most
think
of these
I
dark
use the
and
same
stuff.
voice.
Most people double up. Like, you can see that there's a lot of people who double up in this. I forgot the Moika.
Yeah,
voice
like
actor.
Nicole and Caitlin are double up voice actors.
Well, yeah, but like it's sort of different. Like these are two like almost polar opposite like
And yes,
voice.
there we go.
portrayals, I guess.
Now, polar opposite is Dante and Eric.
Okay, yeah, okay. But
No,
I mean,
I see what you mean. Like that's what things that I've never been against. Well, obviously when I started the musical, I tried to cast people as many roles as possible to fill them up. Like, as long as you sound different to the other voice, then I feel like there's no problem having multiple roles. And that's the same reason I auditioned for every male character available in anything I auditioned for, because that way it gives me more chances. And sometimes it works.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, I have
yeah,
7
that's
characters
good.
in Fallen Angels now, so it clearly pays off in that regard too.
Wait, wait, do you have 7 characters? I thought you only have like 3 or 4.
Okay, well, let's see. So, Zach, Harvey, Thanatos, both of those guards.
Sean.
That's already 5. Yeah, Sean, yes. That's 6. Who's the 7th one? I know I did another voice for 7.
Well, I don't really consider the one-off characters that. I don't know. The one-off characters are weird with me. Like, I mean, yeah, you do voice them, but I don't know. One-off characters like that would briefly appear to me aren't voicing main characters. Like, characters that make multiple appearances or plan to make multiple appearances, I consider voicing a character. Like, if I'm going to talk about someone voice acting someone, I'm not going to bring up minor roles for them. I'm mostly going to bring up the major ones, or ones that do have relative importance to, like, the plot or, like, the story going forward. I don't know. I usually kind of bring up that. I mean, I would say the one character who is the one exception to this role would be Tommy, but again, he has more importance later, so, you know, several characters, just if you have importance, you know, I normally bring them up or remember you.
Even so, I still, they still exist. So obviously, they still have to.
Yeah.
They still have to be mentioned.
I honestly forget about the one-off roles most of the time.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. I'm just used to voicing a lot of one-off roles in the first place, because that's when I started doing my own gacha voice acted projects. I cast myself as most of the extras, so I could fill those in. Yeah. Instead of them having a main role.
You were talking about our plan out loud in public?
Yeah, why were you doing that?
Stupid kid, you... Huh.
I don't know, good
Wait
question.
a minute.
Not stupid as Apmal running past them while they were still there.
This might actually be...
Yeah, I mean, everyone in this is pretty stupid at this point.
Huh?
Granted, they are teenagers, so it is a bit more understandable. I would say that, like, they are teenagers, so when they do dumb stuff or say dumb stuff, it's a lot more understandable
whenever I write,
than if they were
whenever
like,
I
you
write
know,
my cats
adult.
doing dumb stuff, you complain. Don't bring that up.
No, I get sad. Let me complain because I get
Let her
sad.
tell him. I have a feeling this will work out.
I have
favorably.
emotions.
Lily, keep up the nice girl act with Aaron. I have a feeling.
How can you keep a nice girl act with the way you sound, girl?
Well, fairly easily.
You sound like stereotypical white girl bully who's gonna bully you by slowly insulting you by going, "Oh, you decided to wear that today? I could have did better." I mean, honestly, those colors suck. Like, that is like.
Aiden, do you think that A, she does that around Aaron, and B, Aaron has enough social skill to recognize these tropes when he's barely allowed to interact with people in the first place?
I don't know. I mean, she clearly made fun of Aphmau in front of him. It was mentioned in like the next episode. So,
well,
like,
you know,
so,
yeah. Well, surprisingly enough, making fun of Aphmau in front of the guy that makes fun of her the most in this series thus far isn't going to be much of a downer at this point.
Yeah. True.
And yes, Goody, you can put John and Kaden on your shipping list if you so desire.
Yeah. Ship whoever you want, as long as it's consensual.
What do you want?
Well, realistic.
Look, I wanted to tell you about your friend, Lily. She's using.
At least she's being noble about this. I mean, even though she hates him at this point, she's actually doing the right thing. There's a lot about her, actually.
Using you.
What?
She wants to hurt you.
Yeah, this
and then
scene's
leave you.
good.
Yeah, right.
Look, I'm trying to help your dumb face right now, so just listen
Don't
to me.
insult him when you're trying to give him good news. Or, well, not good news, but like when you're trying
He
to
doesn't
help.
make it. He makes it so hard for her. That's the thing. I mean, to be fair, this is actually like the mask he builds up for himself to avoid having to interact with people. But I guess Lily's the exception. I don't know.
Lily is the first to talk to my face like an actual person.
Well, she just tried,
I was gonna
so,
say, Aphmau
and
did
you
try.
insult.
Aphmau did try.
Yeah, she did try, so it's not like she doesn't try sometimes. Like, as soon as you
Yeah,
first
in fact,
met
I think
her,
the
like,
first
she tried to be
the first
nice.
episode, she actually tries to like break up a fight. He's like, next time you see a fight, don't get involved. It's none of your business. Blah 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 blah. Like, come on.
Yeah, so Aaron, to be fair, you kind of started this whole cycle.
Yes.
I guess you could say it's a cycle of dismay.
Oh my word.
I'm funny.
Come on.
Leave me
Well,
alone.
the cycle of disarray.
Fine.
I just like we hear his voice on
What do I
camera.
care if he gets his heart broken?
Oof.
But maybe I haven't been as nice to him either.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
What's wrong with me?
Hormones.
She has the
Fight or
self-confidence.
flight response.
Aphmau has the self-confidence of Yayorozu.
I said hormones, not self-confidence.
Yes. No, I said self-confidence. It was a different point. But yes, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You have all of their teenage hormones.
I'm just saying, I love Michi's hair in this. It looks so pretty. I love the hair texturing. I love
I
that
mentioned
hair
this at the end of
texturing
last
on it.
episode. You're right.
Like, listen, I am someone who makes skins. That hair texturing is beautiful.
Yes. Again, I mentioned this during the last stream. You're right.
Too bad her character is practically unexplained. Like, why she went from a decent,
Mark,
nice,
for
shy
pointing
girl to, like, a jerk.
Yeah. Also, I still have kind Michi in my kitten kingdom. Oh, great, so you've indoctrinated her as well. We were talking about cult indoctrination before. I guess Michi is now no longer the same
Kissing... What? I
I'm talking
don't
to
really
Ghost
know what you
Kitty.
guys...
I'm talking to Ghost
I don't know
Kitty
what
in
you
the
got.
chat. It's a chat thing.
Ah, thank you. Lawrence?
Also, fun fact, chat is cat in Spanish. Not in Spanish, in French. Just chat.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Hi, cute lady. Michi has to go to class, but maybe she'll see Lawrence around.
Absolutely beautiful.
Bye! Lawrence,
You know, he was a smooth talker.
what was all that about?
What do you mean? I was just talking to that cute girl.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the same one that I'll use to pretend to be my girlfriend in a year's time for this exact same purpose.
Yeah.
Recycled plot lines.
But I thought you wanted me.
I did.
Wait, do you think, he did that, like, call her cute in front of Aphmau to taunt her? Or, like, was that Aphmau just happened to overhear him? Like, do you think it was purposely a malicious power move? Or do you think it was accidental, but...
The way that he's acting now, it does seem like it was a little bit of a power move. But also, he had to start the conversation before he knew Aphmau was coming in there in the first place. So, I don't know. But then again, having seen, like, all of her classes and led her to all these halls... I guess he knows her schedule fairly well.
Yeah, maybe he was flirting with her lightly before, but he made sure to include the extra jab when she was leaving, so Aphmau would hear that last bit,
What a shame for you, Lawrence, because he thinks Zane is cute. You said that last time as well.
Look, where are you going? Don't you want to have lunch with me?
Oh, Little Fox Puppeteer says, I wonder what happened to Michiru in the last of the school years. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. To be fair, Zane apparently took over the Shadow Knights during that time, and Sasha and Zenix were gone, so maybe Michiru joined him, considering that was, might have been in her best interest. Not sure. Maybe. To be fair, she might have been bright.
But here's the thing. In season 1, the way she talked to Zane, she was like, oh, you will do, like she didn't know Zane before. And in this series, she actually never interacted with Zane, so it makes sense how that would be their first interaction in season 1 of MyStreet.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was several years down the line anyway. They probably forgot because, honestly, Zane during that time, of course, was like, oh, I remember you. I don't think I want to remember you, that kind of thing. So, people just did not leave an impression on him whatsoever. But then again, wouldn't be the first time that somebody forgets who they are after finishing up high in this.
It's just like prequel stuff, and that's why Fallen Angels won't ever really have a full-on like prequel series, because that would be
if it does, then it won't be something that contradicts what's already been established.
Yeah. Well, even in Fallen Angel, like, there's literally no prequel because possibilities, unless, like, it could be, like, Angel School or Angel teaching Adam and, like, Zach and, like, Key and, like, those characters how to become angels, but that would be the only actual, like, prequel idea that involves the main cast, unless I do, like, a Lana prequel ever, which,
Yeah, I don't know.
But that would be the closest thing to a quote-unquote prequel that I would get. Like, I wouldn't be able to do a full-fledged series about Adam, say, in his adult years pre-season 1, because it would have to be, young Angel Adam. Realistically. So I can't really do a prequel Fallen Angels, because the main plot kicks off of episode 1. Plotting.
And shine our broken mirror, right.
I'm going to class. Later.
Huh? What the?
Just say you're mad at
Did I just...
her. Well, granted, I don't really say when I'm mad at people lots of the time.
I need to find Garth.
But that's beside the point. That's my unhealthy habit I do when I get upset with people.
I think Lawrence might be going through something. Huh? Garth?
Oh, right, sorry. I'm looking at this cloud. Look at it. It's a kitty
I'm looking
cat.
at the sun. I'm staring straight at the sun. It's really bright. I think I'm gonna go blind.
This cloud looks like a kitty cat. I wonder if I should get a cat in the future. I'd probably name it Sprinkles.
What? It should be a purple cat.
Garth? Would you look at me?
Aphmau.
Just talk to her!
I mean, he is. You know what, actually, this is interesting, because this particular scene, depending on how it goes, might be somewhat similar to to the episode known as Garth from the original Minecraft Diaries. And if you remember from the Minecraft Diaries 4-year anniversary episode, that was the one episode where Aphmau did not write the story the way she wanted to. They felt like she was forced by the fans to write in that certain way, and have Gar's reaction to Aphmau's pregnancy be so over the top. It reminds me a little bit of that right now, just because it's the same two characters essentially, and in different reincarnations. But yeah, depending on how this goes, I mean, he hasn't.
Yeah, but I think Aphmau wanted to write this in. Though.
Well, yeah,
that's
why I'm saying it's weird that it bears such a close resemblance to the scene she didn't want to write, when this is clearly all set up for what happens later.
Lawrence has two.
That way.
Huh? What do you mean?
If I wasn't your type.
Clarify! She's clearly confused!
Doris, come on, we gotta practice!
Yeah, true.
Granted, that's a decent
the one thing that I think they should have said was we know about each other, or we know about Aaron. Something like that, to that effect, so that she does not, like, just but feigning ignorance even so. Like, if you want to catch someone off guard, catch them off guard with everything that you have, basically. Not that I would know anything about that, Roxy, but yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on.
Just saying, the cinematography in this episode has been top notch.
Garth and Lawrence acting so different.
Not the best in the whole series, but been just pretty good and decent idea of changing shots.
Everything has gone
Because,
from
you
0
know,
to 101
I
day.
got it. Yeah, I don't like
Everyone
when they
else is in
keep
class and have no one to
switching
talk
between
to
the same
about this.
shots.
Huh? Wait, that's right.
I know, band man.
Yeah,
band room
music
man.
Yeah.
Hello? Excuse me?
What do you want?
Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is when I was going to say, apparently I was wrong. I thought the one with Johnny's Spanish class would have probably come back is if she tried to call her and she was still studying for that or something. Because she didn't have time, sort of like how she does in like What Do You Know About Me Part 2, etc. But no, apparently not. I guess it makes sense they're still in class and all working anyway. That's a little bit of a setup, but not really too much. I feel like that was handled better in season 2.
I wanted to see if I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I know I only come when I have a problem, but you seem like someone I can
It was
turn
like
to.
one time. It was one time.
Exactly.
Don't want to talk to you right now.
What? Even you?
You talked to him one time!
Yeah,
Or this
I know.
person.
It's like,
It's
even you,
actually
mysterious-
Aaron and FC, but we don't know that.
Mysterious stranger that I'm not friends with? Yeah. Good grief.
It feels like everyone is turning on me.
Go to Kawaii channel.
But everyone, it was like, what, 3 people at best? Everyone's turning on me!
2,
3
actually.
people! Ah!
Well, again, 2 because Aaron doesn't count because Aaron was already against it to begin with.
Yeah, so it's even worse. Everyone hates me now. Ah, like, geez, girl, no. Calm down.
However, they didn't know who each other were, so technically, Mystery Man hadn't turned on her because Mystery Man wasn't technically the same person.
Okay, I was counting.
Yeah,
I was
but
counting Josh Garth and Lawrence.
even with that though, that's 3 people. I mean, it'd be one thing. It would be one thing like in season 2, for example, how Aphmau remarked how all her friends were busy and she could only turn to Aaron at the moment. But that was a different scenario because everyone else was busy and we clearly saw everyone else not being around her, you know, and that was established rather than now she's like, oh no, a few people are being weird to me all of a sudden. Oh well, everyone hates me now.
I know. Okay.
Jeez.
Feels like it's crumbling under my feet.
Girl,
Who's
it's
next?
a few people. It's not a
Tiani?
big deal.
What did I do? Wait.
It was only 2
There's one
people.
person who always
What do you mean?
FC, are you there? I'm sorry
During
to text
school.
you during school.
But you know.
I really need you right now. Shoo, I'm here.
Oh, that sounds like it was delayed.
Okay. I don't know.
Can we just look at this from Aaron's perspective for a second? He's just like, I don't want to talk to you right now. You lay outside there, whatever. They're gonna be your problems. Oh my word, Shoo, tell me everything.
I don't know. I think it's more or less the idea that someone. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Not gonna lie, but I mean, I guess you know he cares too much about you over himself, so he's like, I'll listen to you.
Especially those 2 guys I had told you about.
Yeah, there's 2 guys. You know,
Especially,
they're very similar.
Don't you mean exclusively?
Me and not acting like the people I know them to be.
I mean,
Is that my phone echoing?
no, I didn't hear that. What sound effect? The sound mixing here is weird. Is that my phone echoing? No.
There's not much I can do aside from telling you that everything is going to be okay.
It's okay, Aphmau. Don't kill yourself.
I just know this guy's like,
Not that dog.
did you do something bad to them?
No.
I don't know. What is that noise?
That music.
Yeah, this is why you have to have music changes in your work. I see all this time in gachas where people will, where something in a scene will drastically change and the music will stay exactly the same as before. Like I just watched a gacha today where people where somebody like comes up to them, so this person like grabs hold of them, they look like they're trying to mug them or something, and meanwhile the music is still like the same lo-fi it had been before. It just not match whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think I did not only to them but to someone else today.
What did you do to them? What could you think you possibly done?
Someone else, I guess, is probably Aaron, like, you know, confronting her by his only friend.
Yes.
Someone to talk to.
Are you getting texts?
Huh?
Yeah, it's just Discord going off, you know. I'm very popular on Discord.
Yes.
That's not my phone echoing.
Wait a minute, I just realized something. Why didn't Aaron get Discord during FC University? That would make things a lot easier.
Again, I don't. Well, FC University takes place during 2007, so I don't think Discord was around during that time.
I don't know. Listen, they could have smartphones at this point in 2003. I think they could manage to get Discord.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, I don't think this bit unless we have that plot hole on the screen visibly, I'm not gonna take it as such. Is what I was trying to get at.
Knocking? No. What? Did you hear that? Did you hear that knocking? Are you knocking on a door?
No, I'm knocking on a piece of wood. What do you think?
Phone going off. Is that you? Is this some kind of sick game?
Some kind of, yes.
She actually
I'm in cahoots with Music Man, and we're trying a prank on you, long distance.
It has to be.
You, my closest friend.
There's no way we go to the same school. I'll knock 3 times.
Knock. 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 These sound effects are out of place.
Why did she gasp?
Why'd you gasp?
It's like,
yeah,
oh no,
yeah,
I
you didn't respond yet.
I knocked 3 times. I must be me.
Oh, jeez.
Right outside this door.
Oh, this moment's great.
That means...
That means... You?
You? No! No! It can't be you! You can't be FC!
I...
No! No! I can't do this!
Run! Run, Appa, run!
Please.
This isn't real! This is some kind of joke!
It isn't, I swear. I'm FC.
But I don't like you!
You don't...
Well, great, Athmal. What a great...
like
no
FC?
doubt.
No, I don't like Aaron! I love FC!
I think Athmal's annoying. But I love
Well, you're the same person, so you are very blind to
I
it,
don't know.
clearly.
I know. She is Shu, and she is Athmal, and they are the same person.
How to feel about you?
Same. But what I do know is that there's more to Athmal.
Well, this ending is sweet.
But
Yeah.
This is so weird.
It certainly is weird. Although, again, what I was saying before, you know what I said before, like the enemies to lovers trope I genuinely usually despise. Except for in this, because they actually had the foresight, basically, to give these two somewhat of a connection beforehand, just to make that work. Like, yes, they're conflicted feelings now, but because they've seen those things before, they didn't have to, like, open up by force or anything like that, or they didn't have to somehow discover what they were before, discover what they were like just because they were forced into each other's company. No, they actually did so of their own free will, and they used the advantage of modern technology to add a new spin to it. When I say modern technology, of course, I mean it wasn't invented yet, but just the idea of
supposedly modern.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
do you think Aaron ever became a Discord moderator?
Yeah, Shiny, you got to remember that these streams are mostly to do with reflecting on these things in years past. So sorry that that was a little bit insensitive of me to do so, but also I didn't actually flat out confirm that. As soon as I saw you, and I was like, oh wait, FC's Aaron, I immediately went stum and didn't say anything because I thought, well, he's got the doubt now. But then again, so did everyone at this point in the fandom. So that's what happens. Don't worry, there are plenty of other twists in this story that you are not aware of and they will not spoil for you. So don't worry. And also, I saw what you said before about if you wanted to watch other MyStreet episodes, if it's worth it because everything can be ruined. Everything is not ruined. Remember, there are like 200 plus episodes of this overall. So we're not going to cover everything that happens to every character in any one particular moment. So there's plenty to still discover, basically, even if you do know a few things going in. So, yeah. But still, sorry about
Look a lot taller in the game.
Shut up.
Shoo,
Again, it's like the first shut up that's not like in his face and trying to like lunge at him.
just want to get to know you. The real you. Can we just talk?
I like this music. It feels really good.
Oh god, why is it getting that close? Like, I know that Aaron's resources.
They're gonna kiss! They're gonna make out!
Just imagine that happening. Just like somebody going like, I want to get to know you. The real you. Talk to me. Tell me who you are. Tell me everything about yourself. I want to know everything about you. It's a little bit...
Hey, sometimes you gotta interrogate someone, basically, to get to know them.
But not
inside
now.
and out. Hey, listen. It's good to know everything about everything as
to be Jean. Well, actually, FC couldn't be Jean because Jean gave Aphmau his number to use, and he has his contacts. So that would have registered the same number because, of course, it's a modern.
Yeah, and then it would have been confirmed. Also, why would Jean bully Aphmau? I don't get.
But Jean does bully Aphmau.
Why would Jean bully Aphmau, but then revealed to be her friend, and then still bully her? That wouldn't make any sense.
Well, that hasn't happened yet. If this were, if Jean were FC and he were revealed to be so, then a lot of stuff would have changed from that point onwards. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and then Jean and Mao would actually become a thing. Even though I never really got that ship, like in the Upside Down stories, I never really get why that was a ship. Like, did anyone seriously see that? I know it was like bully and being bullied dynamic, like falling in love with my bully kind of situation, but with Jean being on the receiving end.
Okay, season 3 was when that was sort of hinted because Jean suddenly reappeared in season 2. He was a different person. Sylvana tried to set them up, and then from that point onwards, he was obviously very clingy to Aphmau, mostly to rival Zane. So the whole Zane versus Jean dynamic, much like the Garth and Lawrence dynamic beforehand in few seasons.
Yeah, but no, like in alternate universe, like he almost dated Aphmau or like evil Aphmau.
Well, yes, but Aiden, you asked me, was that a thing that people were interested in? Was that a thing people saw beforehand? Yeah. I'm explaining to you why, yes, that was the case. All right.
Yeah, but I never really got it. Like falling in love with your bully trope. My favorite, totally. I totally don't dislike that trope at all. Make out!
That's too soon. Too soon.
I mean, make out!
They're still confused.
This is... Yeah.
The music. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, managed to make it all the way through it. And Maya's still here. So, what did you think?
I like it. I still like it. It still holds up. I mean, there was some padding, but it holds up to me, and it's super cute and kawaii, and it's a big relationship episode, and I ship it.
I mean, there's like I say, most episodes of MyStreet have some sort of padding involved, which I think is actually something that's missing from later seasons, actually, weirdly enough, because you get those little moments with other characters involved. I mean, sometimes there's stuff that doesn't push the plot necessarily. That feels like general school life, basically, or even life in general afterwards.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed this, Jacob, but that episode was fully cinematic. We're in the fully cinematic territory now.
We've been in fully cinematic territory since episode 15, Aiden.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so right after Slumber Party is when they started doing fully cinematic, because that was the Jeffrey episode.
You know what was weird though? For season 2 of not Phoenix Drop, of MyStreet, yeah. They went back to a mixed of first person and cinematic, and I never really got why they did that. Like
budget issues, I imagine.
Honestly, it seems more easier for me, like when filming role plays, it's a lot easier for me to film, film not cinematically than first person, because first person I have to actually I don't know.
I don't know. Given considering everything they do, the setup behind the scenes, maybe there is some sort of advantage to them. I mean, also there's obviously the element of nostalgia, because remember, Meteora Valley went back to that form on purpose as a way to have a callback to that. So there is something to then say. I mean, I guess they were just like experimenting, figuring stuff out, and not going to fault them for doing that.
Yeah.
And yes, Ghost Kitty, that is how you spell Maya. Like the mother of Hermes, the Titaness of springtime.
Yeah. Is Maya even here anymore?
Yeah, good question. It hasn't said a word for ages. I thought she would be screaming by now. Like, I see her in the watch together. Like, her name is still there.
I'm sure she's silently fangirling at this point. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that like me during insert traveling spoiler here.
She's in car, lol.
Okay.
Oh, is that her mom? With 3 other people, lol. Wait, is that her mom?
I know, but obviously she's still here in the stream. She's still typing, so I guess. So Maya, what do you think? Is that as good as you remembered it to be?
I would say I'm unpleasantly disappointed because that was so much better the first time I watched it.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
I still think it holds up.
Obviously, the surprise is gone, so you've got that to deal with. But yeah, that's what I was thinking before, because this way, I look back at these because I remember certain elements of that. I remember about Tioni's, complete butchering of the Spanish language, but that was there. But so I guess overall, yeah, because there's certain things that you kind of like build up to yourself. To remember
it's probably better when I couldn't recite basically the entirety of the.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, anything else you want to do for the rest of the stream, Jacob, or do you just want to end the stream here? No, we finished the episode.
I'd say we can probably end the stream here. I just want to play the Caitlyn song.
Nah.
No, I was saying that because I wanted to see if Maya reacted. Okay,
Wait, has she even heard the Caitlyn song?
She sings the Caitlyn song.
Yeah, I know, but has she actually watched a video?
I'm sure she has. I'm sure she's at least seen it.
I don't know. I mean, Nova doesn't watch. Oh yeah, because Nova doesn't watch most of her stuff, nor do lots of voice actors.
Don't put me through torture.
Well, see, there you go. She knows what it's like. It's not. I wouldn't say it's torture, but for you, I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. I mean, I'll say for me, the episode. I mean, I didn't necessarily go in with thinking about the high expectations, because obviously there's plenty more Aphmau X Aaron moments later on, and during the time when I first watched this, I wasn't aware of all the history between Aphmau and Aaron that they were teasing and building up and everything. So to me, that the actual the actual twist was just a thing at the time. So if anything, that means I guess it would be slightly better for me, but also not necessarily to a further extent than anything else. Like, I'm just thinking about season 2 and how all the Gareth and Lawrence stuff was handled better there than it was here, even though that was obviously a callback to them being sneaky nostalgically. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so yeah, I wasn't disappointed or anything, but once again, it's like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's a good episode. It obviously kickstarts a lot of things for the future, and it wouldn't be, and a lot of the better episodes would not be possible were it not for this reveal right here. But as it stands on its own, I would probably not put it in my top 10 if I would do such a thing. So there we go. So hopefully that clarifies everything.
So I would say that even this was dealt with better than all of the Lawrence and Garth stuff in MCD, because that was just like a whole hot mess.
Yeah, no resolution after 3 seasons and 2 years of build up. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, that's fair enough. Yeah, once again, if you want to get into Aphmau, watch MyStreet. That's you can watch other stuff as well, because that stuff is good too, but MyStreet is honestly where it's at. I'm out of demons. Yeah, and I'll turn over. And we'll get into that topic another day. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you've not done so already. Also, subscribe to Aiden. I don't know if Maya still uses her channel or not. She has like a community channel somewhere, which I've never found, so I don't know. Maya, you want to promote any socials? Or guess not then. All right, we'll see you next time. On that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell.
And remember, keep calm and carry on and be wholesome. Maybe help us stray. Yeah.
Okay, bye for real this time.